You can be a real estate developer part-time, and you don't even have to live in the same city as your building. There are many, many ways to get this accomplished. Let me tell you about exactly how I got started. You know, I went to prison for a long time, changed my life. I got out and I flipped the house. But remember, I was on parole, so I had to have a job. I had a logistics job. I was doing logistics. I was there every morning at like 5:30, 6 a.m. and I was working until about 5 p.m. I was taking this job seriously. Remember, I spent a long time in prison. I wanted to get out and wanted to work. That's what I did. I made like $80,000 in my logistics job. I worked there for like a full year. $80,000, I think it was $88,000 my first full year at the logistics job. In the meantime, I bought a house to flip. I came across a deal a friend of mine presented to me. I thought it was a good opportunity. Went ahead and purchased that, flipped it on the side. So on the days that I could get off early, I would try to leave around 3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Leave around 3 on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I would be there at the project. Every day after I got off work, if I didn't leave at 3, if it was busy and I had to stay till 5, I would go directly to that flip. So also I had GCs, not GCs, but I had my subcontractors. In the flipping world, it's like a handyman doing most of the work, right? One handyman guy is gonna do the tile work and the demo work and maybe even lay the floors and do the sheetrock repair and all the stuff. You can get like a team of 2 or 3 people to do your flip. They'll do everything in the flip, the plumbing work, all that stuff. It's a little bit different in new development, new construction. You're gonna hire the professionals and they're gonna focus on one trade. You're gonna hire painters, that's all they're gonna do. You're gonna hire plumbers, that's all they're gonna do. You're gonna hire sound works, you guys. That's all they're gonna do is audio, video, right? But in the flipping world, it's a little different. You got like teams of 2 and 3 that just remodel the entire house. So anyway, that's what I did. I was still able to work. They were there, and then I would go check on them after I got done with work. That's how that first flip went. Learned a lot on it. It was pretty successful. Ended up selling it. Made $53,000 to my pocket. So then I bought another flip. Remember, I'm still working at this time. Full-time job. Then I bought another flip. And that flip was the one that was turning into new construction. That's the one that did turn into new construction. I bought it as a flip, which at the time I was a novice. I could have flipped it, probably would have lost money or not done very well. But the real highest and best use was building brand new, and it was building a duplex brand new. I knew nothing about building. I knew nothing about construction. I didn't have family in it. I never done it in my life. I still to this day can't even swing a hammer, right? And I've built over $100 million worth of development. So anyway, I was still working, still trying to figure out what to do with this flip that I bought, because come to find out, I just couldn't flip it. The whole street was turning into these duplexes, super modern, 4-story overlooking downtown. And I was just like, man, I cannot flip this house. So ended up interviewing with some builders. All of them just wanted me to pay them, and ended up calling some friends. One of my friends said, hey, you know, I think I can help you. He had never built anything new before. I said, let's do it, man. Let's figure it out. So he brought a hard money lender. This is my first time ever to use a hard money lender. Never even knew about them. Read about them a little bit in books, but this is my first engagement with a hard money lender. So he taught me that, brought his hard money lender in. I told him we'll go 50-50. I own the land. I put up all the money. You just help me build it. I still have to work a full-time job. If you could be there all throughout the day, I'll come as I can after work, on the weekends, on days off, stuff like that. So that's kind of how we negotiated that. Remember, I put up the money, he did most of the work. We split it 50-50, okay? And it wasn't even my money at that point. I borrowed the money as well. It was like $210,000 I borrowed from friends and family. This day and age, I know a lot of you say, oh, I might not be able to find 200 grand from friends and family. Well, guess what? Now I teach all my students how to get the 200,000. I can get you $150,000 to $200,000 on business credit. We'll get you business funding, $150,000 to $200,000 with 0% to 12 to 18 months. So now I don't want to hear no excuses, because I can get you the $150,000 to $200,000. All right? Because I know a lot of y'all hear that and like, oh, I can't get that, I can't get that. Well, now you can, okay? So no more excuses. Now you can. I can help you. We help our students each and every day get it. So anyway, ended up partnering up. He brought the hard money lender. We got the construction loan, and we were off to the races. Remember, neither one of us had ever built new construction before, but we knew we could do it. We had belief in ourselves, and we went ahead, figured it out. I was still driving around after I got off, pulling up on all job sites, kind of like I do now, taking contractors. Hey, you working on this house? Okay, well, what are you doing? We're making.
Yo, the best builder in the land.
So yeah, I'm making a YouTube video right now. Just
Man, what's going on, brother?
Doing all right?
Man, blessed, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Literally, if you guys are ready to take your real estate journey to the next level and build, I ain't say wholesale, I ain't say buy multifamily. I said build from the ground up.
Ground up, baby.
From the ground up.
Ground up.
Tap in with my boy right here, man.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on, he's the best to do it.
I love it.
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah, I
What
just
you got going on out here, man?
walking to the gym, making this YouTube video.
Oh shit, hey man, yo, that's a strong motherfucker too, man. That man, yo, let me tell you, bro. So we pulled up on my brother at Boxer one time, man, and we was like, oh, bro, do you really lift like that? He was like, hey, he was so calm. He's like, come on, let's do it, man. My boy hit 315 for at least like 15 reps. I was
Too
like,
many.
God damn, man.
That's how we do, you know.
Yeah.
We just every day
Literally,
get better,
the bank
get
has
stronger.
to reflect the body. Hey, you see my boy? He's rolling. You gonna see the workout too, but hey, man, that's a good brother right there, man.
That's it. Well, good to
My
see
God,
you.
always good to see
I'm
you.
gonna finish up. That's cool, man. I love Miami.
Boxer?
Yeah, I'm about to go to Elevation right now.
Okay, all right, man.
I'll be at Boxer at like 12.
Oh yeah, we'll be there around 12.
Love Miami, man. Good people, supportive people. Everybody's on the same path, wanting to just become successful. Nobody cares if we're making YouTubes in the middle of the street. So anyway, remember, I had a full-time job. I got a partner. The partner was there most of the time. I came when I could, right? So that's one way that you can build real estate and have a full-time job and not be there all the time. Same way, you can also be sort of like the developer and just buy the land and hire a builder and just pay them a small fee. Sometimes you can pay them 5 to 10% of the construction costs. So say you buy the land for $300, you build it for $500. They don't get a piece of the land. They get a piece of the construction only, because that's all they're doing. So the $500,000, you can pay them between 5 to 10% of that, which, you know, it's a little small. It gets, the bigger you go into the millions, you can negotiate it lower to 5%. But if you're only building $500,000 construction budget, probably gonna have to pay them 10 to 15%, something like that, to build it. So we can pencil the numbers in like that. If you're in out of state trying to build in a different state, you can just hire a GC, hire a builder, let them build it, boom, pay them, and then you just put it on the market, sell it, and take the profits minus the GC expense, right? So that's another way to do it. Also, if you are wanting to do it and you live 2 hours away from a really good market, so say Dallas, great market, and you want to live, or you live 2 hours away, you're like, hey, I want to build in Dallas. How often am I going to want to come, or how often am I going to have to be there on site? You know, it's a hard question to answer, but the best answer is, this is your project. You're scheduling deliveries, you're keeping up with the tempo of the project. Remember, speed is key in development. So from the time that you invest into development, into your project, You want to get your money back as fast as you can. That's the second person.
What's up, bro?
No shit, making a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Another dude just rolled up on me too.
Oh, bro.
We getting all kinds of cameos. Say what's
Come
up,
on,
Jazz,
baby.
the dogs.
K9 now.
Yes, sir.
It's gym time.
Where you going? Elevation?
I'm gonna Legacy.
Oh, nice.
Free membership right now.
I'm about to go. I'm walking to Elevation right now. I was just making this.
Oh, is that right? Why are you walking this way?
Well, I was just finishing up this video. It was too noisy on the street.
Oh, okay.
So-
Sure.
I was walking, I started making this video, then I ran into somebody else, and I ran to you. I'm like, fuck. But we'll cut it all out. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Elevation. I'm gonna go to Boxer at 12.
Okay. I'm trying to get the parking situation, all this shit. I'll hit you in a minute.
All right. We seeing everybody up in here, man. Miami's the place to be. Movers and shakers. But yeah, so you can hire a GC, you can partner with somebody, or if you live 2 hours or so, 3 hours, you want to drive in, how often do you need to drive in? Like I said, you are the builder. You control the tempo. You set deliveries. So, hey, if you got a bunch of deliveries about to be set, say, hey, can you deliver everything on Thursday? I'll be there on Thursday. And then you come in for the day, get everything done, check on the progress, meet all your subs, get your bids, get your quotes, get your deliveries, that type of stuff. But for the most part, once the build starts going, you can rely a lot on the subcontractors, right? Hire the professional subcontractors that speak English, unless you speak Spanish, but that way you can talk to them, you know? Also, I would advise you to get a camera put up, or multiple cameras on the site, so you can always see who's working, what time they're showing up, what time they're leaving, and hold people accountable through the video camera. But you can also talk to the subs, communicate with them, say, hey, what are you gonna get done today? Who else is working? You can call them later on, hey, it's 11 a.m. Who else is there? The tile guy there? Is the framer there? Is the painter still there? I asked them all that. That's how I built my company. Probably for the first 4 to 5 years, I did not have anybody helping me, and I had 20 plus projects going on at one time. So I wasn't everywhere. Some projects I didn't even go to for like a week. It depends on what stage you're in, right? If you're in the foundation stage and you're just prepping foundation, you don't really need to be there. The foundation guys know what to do. If you're in the framing stage, you might want to be there on day one when the deliveries get there. But other than that, the framers are going to know what to do. All they're going to do is call you and say, hey, you're missing 15 2x6s, or you're missing this, you're missing that, And all you're going to do is call your lumber supplier and say, hey, can you hot shot me this over here? Now, that's why you need cameras, to make sure nobody's stealing the lumber from you. So make sure you have cameras, and you can build a house without even coming very often. Like I said, there was weeks at a time I didn't even step foot on property. But don't forget, speed is key. You want to build this thing fast and get your returns out. So obviously, if you can be there on site each and every day, that's most ideal, because you're staying on top of it, making sure your contractor's there, making sure everything's moving smoothly. If you can't, you can still get it done. Those 3 ways: partner, hire a GC, or drive in on select days. Not that big a deal. The most important thing is getting into the game, right? I don't care how you get into it. Just get into it. I got into it through a partner, and I split 50-50. That's how I got into it, right? You can do that. I gave up a lot of profits on the front. I was splitting 50-50. So that might not be your most ideal way. Maybe hiring a builder could be a better way. Maybe driving in, flying in, a couple weeks here, leave, come back for a week, leave, come back. Maybe that's better. And then you keep 100% of the profits. Might take you a little bit longer, but hey, you got more money. So those are the 3 ways that you can definitely build part-time. But like I said, once it gets going, just rely on the pros, get your cameras, and get it going. Also, you could hire a small project manager. You know, I have students, have a lot of students, and I have a few students that are willing to project manage for some of my other students. So some live out of state, they want to build in Dallas, a good market, we have good opportunities. We say, hey, we got this great opportunity, do you want it? He says, yeah. He's like, how often do I need to be there? I'm like, well, that's up to you, but if you want, I can give you somebody's name that can project manage it for you. And then that's all negotiable. How many times do you need this guy to go by there? Do you want him to be there 5 days a week? Do you need him to go by there twice a week? Do you need him to only be there on deliveries? And then you negotiate that, right? Pay him $40,000 if he needs to be there every day. $50,000. If he needs to be there part-time, shit, I don't know, pay him $1,000 a week. If he just needs to check every once in a while, pay him $1,500 a month. You know, it's all negotiable. So that's another way to do it. And I've done that with some of my students, and it works pretty well. So like I said, guys, don't give up just because you have a full-time job. Don't give up because you don't have the money. I already told you we can get you business funding. Don't give up because you live too far and the market you live in is bad. Don't give up. Figure it out, sacrifice, learn the skills. Once you do this first one, like I said, I partnered with mine starting out, but now I don't partner. I don't have no partners. You know what I mean? Now I'm making huge money. So I partnered at first and I still made a lot of money. And then I went off on my own, started building tons of houses on my own, and then I was profiting all the money. So that's all it's about, man. Get started, learn first, scale up second, get rich third. That's how you need to focus. Don't focus on getting rich on your first deal and you want to be out of town building it and you want to have a full-time job. Just get in, learn the game, make some money, and then once you learn, then you scale up, and that's how you're going to get rich. If any of y'all out there want to become a real estate developer, please click the link below, schedule a call with me and my team. We're going to help you get into real estate development. We're going to teach you how to underwrite deals. We're going to help you with lending. We're going to introduce you to lenders. We'll help you with the design process. We'll help you with everything. So click the link below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell because we're dropping 3 to 4 YouTube every single week on real estate development content. You're not going to want to miss it. We got some really good stuff planned for the next 6 months. So I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm Eric Crutchfield. Remember, guys, if a 2-time ex-felon can do this, I promise you, you can do it. Let's get to work.